You pled guilty to multiple sex crimes committed against a young girl under the age of 13. Did you rape her?
Absolutely not. This all started in 2004. I was on my way to the military. I was actually a week away from going to basic training. So during that time, a family member of mine reached out to me and said that some detectives wanted to talk to me. For what? They never said. They never disclosed what was going on. So we scheduled a day to meet. So went to the police station, sat and talked to the detectives. In the midst of the conversation, they just asked me, simple questions. Did I know a certain person and this and that? And yeah, I knew the girl. She stayed. The girl stayed with one. All this and that. And at first, they didn't tell me what it was. They never told me what it was. So eventually, we kept talking. And then they actually brought it out. They say, well, the girl, I guess she was in school or she was around someone, and she brought up that, I guess they was talking about sex or something like that, and I guess they said that she was fidgety or she was acting weird, and the teacher, she witnessed everything that was going on, and the teacher pulled her to the side and talked and asked what was going on, and the girl gave my nickname with another last name and said that while she was at my relative's house, she said that she was being messed with. Of course, I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm sitting confused. I really don't know what's going on. So like I said, they asked me, well, are you willing to take a lie to take the test? Of course. I know I haven't done nothing wrong, especially not with no kids and no stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah. But this particular girl, I know it wasn't nothing. I've never been with her, never been alone with her, nothing like that. So I agreed to take the lie to take the test. I meet him at the first police station first. We talk it out again, talk more about it. That's when they asked me, have I ever touched her, have I ever fondled with this girl? So, me, of course, I'm adamant about it. Never touched a girl, never, nothing. Not nothing,
How old were you at the time when this is going on?
At the time that I took the test, or at the time?
You took the test.
I was 21 at the time.
Okay.
I was 20 at the time I took the test. So
and they were accusing you from your 17 years until you were 21.
Right, but that never came up. The ages never came up at first. They just said that she was messed with at while she was staying with my relative. They never said what age it was or nothing. Then they took me to another police station. They left me in a room.
I'm just curious. I don't mean to interrupt you. Were you with the lawyer at any time?
Not once.
Yeah, probably a big mistake, right?
Not once.
It's not even that if you say you're innocent or whatever. It's just protecting you, like maybe things should be doing the right way. Like, you're a 21-year-old kid. What do you know? You know what I mean? When you're in a police station.
Right.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Did you pass or fail the lie detector test?
So now at this time, they didn't tell me nothing.
The test is over.
The test is over.
And they don't say.
They don't tell me nothing. So they take me to another police station. When they take me to this police station, they leave me in a room for a few hours. Then they finally come back. They take me to another room. Now this room has no video, no audio, no nothing. So they talking to me, they badge me. So they coming up with different scenarios. Well, you were young at the time, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you did this or maybe you did that. I'm adamant. No, I never touched this girl, never done nothing with her, nothing, absolutely nothing. So next thing I know, well, one of the detectives, he said, well, we need you to sign a few papers to, you know what I'm saying, so we can get this and get you on the road. Okay, cool. So I'm thinking I'm finna leave. Next thing I know, I wind up in lockup.
Because you didn't read the papers that you were supposed to sign, did you?
Didn't read the papers that I was supposed to sign, so I ended up in lockup.
Do you know what those papers said?
Didn't know nothing. So I ended up in lockup. Now, I go from lockup to the county. I sat in the county for about a month. Then my family, they got me a lawyer. The lawyer came, he was talking to me, he let me know that the case is a strenuous case, any kind of sex case. Strenuous. So he let me know, he said that supposedly they had a statement that I signed. And the statement was supposedly said that I was 15 years old, I grabbed this girl and led her on the bed, and that's what they said in the statement that I signed. So my lawyer at the time, he said that about the statement, then he said about the lie detector test, that was admissible. He said, but he did tell me at that time, he said that they said I failed it.
They said that you failed the lie detector
test? They said that
test.
I failed. They said they found deception in the lie detector test. So But he said that, I guess, because I was high when I took the test. So he said that the test was inadmissible in court. So time went on, like I sat in the county for over a year, from 2004 to
Waiting
2005.
for what?
Just waiting for the case to get on with.
I mean, isn't that crazy? Like, you could be innocent, right?
Right.
And you say you were.
Right.
And you're giving up a year of your life in jail just for the process.
And that was it. So a person like me to face something like that and just to hear it, like, it really broke me. Like, it really broke me. Then dealing with the situation of not seeing my kids, not being able to be with my kids, not just having that chance to be a father to my babies. And I have girls. So it really broke me down a lot. And I dealt with it. You know, I got into a fight, which I got my eye busted because of my case. You know, a guy told me that we don't deal with pedophiles, and he stole me. And I went through a lot. And it just broke me. Like, it took a lot out of me. It took a lot. Dealt with a lot of stress, you know, fell into a deep depression, and just went through a whole lot. And eventually they started coming with time. After the year, they started coming with time. The first offer they gave me was 12 years and 85%, which is like 10 years and 9 months. You know, something of that nature. I can't actually do the math in my head right now.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're looking at 10 years and you're saying you didn't do it, I mean, 10 years.
And, you know, so with the time that I already set in, plus that, so it was too much time, and, you know, I denied it, you know, so I went back to court. Now, in the midst of them coming with time, it wasn't just like I go to court 1 week and come back the next week and they come with time. No, so it was like I went to court 1 month,
And then
came
4
back
months later.
like a month and a half later, something like that, and they come with another offer. So the first offer was 12 or 85%. The second offer was 7 years. The second offer was 8 years. The third offer was 7 years. And the fourth offer was 6 years. But all them offers was at 85%. So it was more time. Then they finally came with 6 at 50. And at that time,
6 and do maybe 50%.
6, yes. I have the 6 years at 50%. So that was like, with the 6, you do 3 years.
And you already did a year.
Right, plus the time I had in. So it was like, roughly, I had to do like a year and like 18 months, something like that.
Did they have any evidence against you?
The only thing they supposed to have was just a statement.
What I'm saying, they had no DNA.
Nothing. They didn't do none of that. None of that. I ended up copping out for the 6 years. I took the 6 years, not knowing the stuff that was on the back end of all that. With me taking that time, not knowing that I would have to register for the rest of my life.
Right.
I couldn't be
You didn't
around
know all
my
the
kids.
consequences.
I didn't know none of this. Like, my lawyer didn't tell me none of this.
But then you violated the terms of your sex offender registry, right?
Right. So
how'd that happen?
So with that, well, like I say, with the stipulations they have on you, with not being around school, park, playgrounds, daycare centers, how they on you, how they just stick to you.
Right.
So I kind of slacked, and I didn't do what I was supposed to do at the appropriate time I was supposed to do, and I got locked back up for it.
And how long did you do then?
I did 2 years.
2 more years. Now, you were also accused of witnessing others sexually molest the girl.
Now with that threw me off too, because during the time I was fighting this, none of that come up.
Did you ever see that?
No, ever. None of that come up.
You never witnessed anybody else molest?
Never.
So now you've been dating Sabrina for a little under 2 years, right?
Right.
You told her about your sex crime case on the first date.
Right.
Now, a lot of guys don't do that. Like, they're scared because they think, well, if I tell you on first date, there won't be a second date.
Right.
But you chose to make the decision to tell her on the first date.
Right.
How did she react to that?
I mean, the reason why I chose to tell her is because that's not me to hold nothing back. Yeah. You know, I told her on the simple fact of giving her the option. If this is what I got to go through, this is what I got to deal with. You know, if you give me the chance to be with you, you know, this is what you have to go through and you have to deal with also. You know what I'm saying? But like her reaction, like she said, she was kind of standoffish at first, like, you know, skeptical. But, you know, she eventually opened up. She gave me a chance, and she's been with me. And like, even with the show, like, I didn't even know she did this. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, did it come?
Yes.
Was the girl in this case, who was a young girl at the time, she was the one who was saying you did this?
Right.
or was it an adult family member saying,
Okay.
he did this to my...
Now with that, it was the girl. The girl said the name. So when the investigation went on, from my understanding is when the detectives brought it to this certain particular family member, this family member said it couldn't have been this other family member. It had to be because I left my. I'm the because I.
And
left.
nobody ever spoke up for you?
Nobody.
All right.
Nobody.
Well, let's meet your girlfriend, Sabrina.
Hey, beautiful.
Is it anything you want to tell me now?
No, ma'am.
Now, today?
No, I don't have nothing to
Because you
say.
know.
I told you
I
everything.
love you and everything.
I love you too.
But baby,
Sorry.
this is going to be it if you...
I'm sure. I'm pretty sure. I'm positive. I love you and I thank you. I appreciate you for honestly riding with me and sticking it out with me. You really are a strong, beautiful woman, and I thank you for everything you've done for me.
You sure?
I really am.
Okay.
Thank you, baby.
I believe you.
I love you.
You got this.
He says, by the way, I went to jail for a long time, and I'm a sex offender. What did you think?
When he first told me, I was like, what the hell did I get myself into? Yeah. And I'm like, well, how did it happen? I asked him questions, how did it happen, what occurred? And I've always been taught you don't never just judge a person right then and there. You give them a chance. At least hear them out.
Yeah.
When he told me, I was still like, I don't know if I'm going to do this or not, but I go ahead and gave him a chance.
And you're a mother, right?
I am.
How does that affect you dating somebody, bringing him around your kids?
My kids don't know his situation. They don't know about this at all.
Yeah.
They don't. I have 3 boys.
They might now.
Yeah, they do now. I'm sure they will. And I have a daughter. She's the oldest.
And you lie to your family and friends about his name, so when they Google him, they won't find him.
They like investigators, and we all are. My friend, she say, girl, I just met this guy in the club, and, we say, what's his name? First thing, we run to his Facebook, and we want to see, do he got a baby mama drama and all that? And so, we like, okay, please, we're not going to tell him. We're not. We're not.
You were born. Landers came here, took a lie detector test, and we asked him, did you witness anyone known to you sexually molest that girl at any time? He answered no. Did you sexually touch that girl at any time? He answered no. Did you commit the sexual act that you were accused of against that girl at any time? He answered no. The results came back the same to each and every one of those questions, and it came back that Landers told the truth.
Thank you, Steve. I thank you so much. I thank you so much.
I'm really happy for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh,
I really appreciate
man.
that. I just want to thank you, Steve. I want to thank the Steve Wilkos show. I want to thank everybody, and I really want to thank you, baby. You've been
I'm the
there
white
for me.
Steve Harvey.
Oh, it was an accident. I'm sorry. I really want to thank you, my queen. I always call you my queen. And to be truthful with you, I know I don't have a ring on me, but if life was prohibited, I would ask you to marry me and spend the rest of your life with me. I love you so much, and I thank you so much, baby. I thank you so, so much. And I want to spend the rest of my life with you, Sabrina. Mrs. I love you, baby.
Yeah.
I want to say to anybody out there watching, because unfortunately the criminal justice system does fail at times, and we do put innocent people in jail. They get railroaded. You were a 21-year-old kid. You didn't have a lawyer. I do believe the police manipulated you, and it's unfortunate that happened, but make the most of your life now. And if, like I said, if there's anything we can ever do to help you.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you so much.